Right, good evening, everybody. How are we all? We're just going to wait for a few more people to join. I can see we've got a few on already. So please, if you want to just open the chat box on your phone, you'll be able to ask me any questions and communicate with me throughout tonight's webinar. So let's just get up what we need to do. Right, so let's get my phone on silent because we don't want that kicking off. So let's have a look at who we've got. Right, so I can see we've got 4 people here. So I can see Lisa, you're here. So drop me a message in the chat box. I can see Joe, Sarah. Welcome everybody to tonight's webinar. I'm super excited to get some adult chat, if I'm honest, because the boys have been driving me insane. Okay, so hi Lisa, yes, chat box is working great, that's fab. There's also, if you look in the menu from your phone, you can also see the Q&A. So if you've got any questions that you want me to answer, pop it in the Q&A and I can answer it at different intervals throughout tonight's webinar. Okay, Joe, it's not come up with your surname, so please, if you would like to reveal yourself, please do. If not, that's absolutely fine. I'm just wondering if I knew you. So as people are joining, let me know where I know you from, because that would be great. Obviously, Lisa, I know where I know you from. And I shall be seeing you on Monday. Very exciting. Okay. Right, so let's see, because it's only 5 to, so we'll just wait for the other people to join. But yeah, just to give you a bit of the lowdown on my day, I went back to the gym yesterday after 2 years of not doing any weights, and I can barely walk today. The kids have been quite good after school, but then they've driven me mad going to bed. They're both in the same bedroom in bunk beds, even though they have got a bedroom each. And I'm just getting to the point now that bedtime's just an absolute nightmare. So I think I'm gonna have to split them up because they end up just pulling each other out of bed and just faffing around, and it just drives me insane. So yeah. So we've got 5 people on now. So we should have around 50 people that registered. So I'm hoping that at least 10 of those people turn up. So we'll just give it a little while longer. And anybody that wants the meeting ID, you should have that in your email. So I've just seen a couple of messages come through asking for the ID. So just need to go onto your email and it will be there, and you should just be able to automatically log in. Okie doke, guys. So just as people start to join, I am just going to get started because I appreciate that a lot of you have probably got the kids to bed, got all tidied up and got ready to start today's webinar. So it is a little bit different today. I've called it Kickstart Your 2020 in Style. The second half of the webinar will be about style, but I wanted to go through some other stuff that I think a lot of us face at the beginning of the year, and I think it's really important to sort of have a clean slate before you even start thinking about your style. So just to confirm, before we start, just because, you know, tech's not my most proficient skill, let's put it that way. Lisa, can you just confirm for me that you can't see any of my notes? Not that there are any notes, but can you see a full screen of slides? And once I know that you can, we'll get started. Okay, perfect. Oh, that means I'm getting better. My 4th webinar and nothing's gone wrong so far. That's great. But you know what? It's so weird that now I'm doing webinars a lot more often. I just come on and just chat to everyone like we're friends. So let's get going then. So tonight, I want to call it a sort of style and confidence super boost. And I'm just going to briefly cover the things that we'll be talking about, and then we're going to move on because I definitely don't want anyone to lose interest about this webinar. What I'm going to say is if I'm talking too fast, let me know. If you want me to speed up, let me know. So tonight, we're going to be talking about those 2019 demons, okay, and how to adopt a positive mindset. We're talking about strategies that you can use to stop comparison, because we're all guilty of that, me included. How to assess your life and how to set and smash some 2020 goals. If you're anything like me, you know, at 36, I'm fed up with calling them resolutions. For the last few years, I've called them commitments, but we'll move on to that later on. How to be authentic and step into the real you. And then we're going to move on to my favourite subject, which is how to select the right style of clothing in the right colours to make you feel revitalised. And at the very end, I will be talking about my online course, which is launching Monday, Styling Yourself Confident. This is the 3rd time that I've actually run the course, so it's really exciting for me, and hopefully for you guys. So for anyone that's joined that doesn't know me, most of the people that I saw who have registered have followed me for a while. So I'm Joy. I am a style and confidence addict, clothing addict, empowerment addict, and I spend my life taking women shopping and decluttering wardrobes. And aside from being a personal stylist, I've got 2 boys who I love and adore, but who drive me absolutely insane. I am not an earth mother by any means. I'm very career focused and driven, and that sort of means that I work a lot of hours and have to juggle looking after the kids and working. So that's me. Okay, so we are going to be identifying and letting go of your demons, showing you how to adopt a positive mindset in your life, assessing what you achieved in 2019, how to set some 2020 goals, waving goodbye to comparison. I'm going to share with you how to develop your authenticity, because I think that is really, really important, to be who you are and not try and be who someone else is. I'm going to teach the basics of body shapes tonight and tell you why the right clothes will make you look slimmer, and tell you to start wearing colour and leave you motivated with some tools to start moving forward. So we're at the start of a new decade, which is really exciting, right? It just seems so surreal that we're in 2020, and you know, I used to think that we'd be on hoverboards by 2020. Well, I suppose we are. The kids got hoverboards for Christmas, but you know what I mean. It was all like this vision that we'd be in a completely different universe by now. So I want to take you during this webinar from someone who is constantly comparing themselves, who beats themselves up constantly for not being good enough, not being slim enough, not being pretty enough, not being cool enough. Someone who is obsessed with looking and feeling better, but actually never changes their behaviors, because as we know, in the words of Albert Einstein, you know, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting change. It won't happen. I want to take you from someone who feels in a rut, feels fed up, and hasn't got any defined style or direction, who's just sort of like bumbling along, chucking the same things on every day. Someone who's lost and confused around what to wear. You know, it's really difficult when the high street presents us with trends every year and, well, every season, and we look at them and we think, oh, I like that, but you don't know whether it's going to suit your body shape, whether it suits your style personality. I'm going to help you get really clear on that. Someone who constantly moans about the way they look and feel. And I've trained myself to get out of that habit, and as a result of doing things like affirmations and positive self-talk, the thoughts don't even go through my mind now. I've trained myself to stop doing that, and I've actually detached myself from a lot of people that talk in that manner about themselves. But I want to take you from someone who looks frumpy and wishes there was someone else every day, to someone who is self-assured and focused on your goals, You've got the belief that you are control of your mindset, because you are, and that's what I really want to hammer home in this webinar. Someone who knows how to snap out of it and reset. And I'll go a bit further into that later on, but I used to be really guilty of not knowing how to snap out of it. Someone who's aware of their mood triggers. Someone who's got a personal confidence toolkit, and someone that believes you can achieve confidence regardless of your size and shape. So, did you decide that 2020 was your year? Right? In the chat box, I want you to tell me if you decided at the end of 2019 if 2020 was going to be your year. So, I want you to put a hell yes in the chat box if you decided that it was going to be your year. Okay, so we've got quite a few hell yes, which is absolutely brilliant. Oh, Joe, you follow me on Instagram, that's fab. Melissa, hell yes. After a difficult 2019, hell yes. And that's the thing, we're going to talk about that in a second. You know, it's all about reviewing the past year and putting it in a different frame. You know, a lot of people get to the end of a year and they decide, right, this is the year I'm going to take control of how I feel and I'm going to have a better year next year. You know, sometimes you get to the end of the year and we're all guilty. We're looking on social media, everyone's having a fantastic new year, they've had a super fantastic family Christmas. And if that's not the situation that you're in, it's very easy to go, well, my life's shit. But the reality is, you're coming from a place of sadness and scarcity instead of gratitude, and it's training yourself to be grateful for things. You know, I want you to have the confidence to wear the things that you've been holding back from wearing because you haven't had the belief that you're allowed to wear it or that you're cool enough to wear it, and maybe because you don't know if it suits you. So hopefully by the end of this webinar, you'll have a better idea of what suits you. I want you to have the belief that you can do things like switch your career, retrain, end a relationship, start dating again. You know, what I find unbelievable is I can count on one hand, at least, the number of amazing, inspirational women who have left marriages and have children who won't start dating again. You know, they've spent a couple of years on their own and they're just still scared and stuck. And I really want to change the way those women feel and make them realize that there's so much out there beyond the situation that they're in now. So anything is possible, ladies. Right, so just a little bit of a disclaimer, this webinar is not for you if you expect change to happen all of a sudden and you're going to wake up tomorrow feeling amazing. It doesn't happen like that. It won't happen if you're not prepared to put the effort in both your mindset and your physical image. So I am here to hold your hand every single step of the way, but it won't happen unless you hold my hand and follow some advice and guidance. It's not for you if you are completely committed and comfortable with self-loathe. If you're one of these people that like to moan and look at other people saying, oh, you know, it's all right for her, she's a size 8, which I'm not, by the way, I'm talking about just looking at other people in general. You know, she's so lucky, she's got it easy, she's had it on a plate. If you've got that sort of woe is me mindset, this webinar is not for you. This is for people that are ready to make changes. So you've got the opportunity to leave now if that sounds like you, but if you are feeling positive and you're ready to move forward, put a take me there in the chat. And by the way, I absolutely love this chat box. I feel like we're actually chatting to each other. So right, let's move on. So I'd like to think everyone's got a pen and paper or some form of note on the phone that they can take notes with. So let's get cracking because I don't want to waste any more time. I want to ask yourself, why are you here, ladies? Why have you registered and attended this webinar? Why have you got your kids to bed? Why have you got your husband out the way? Ask yourself, what do you actually want from this? Is everything that I've told you I'm going to provide what you actually want to gain? Hopefully so. So to kick off, I want you to either tell me in the chat box, or I want you to think about or write down what your biggest struggle is right now. Is it the way you look? Is it the people around you? Is it friendships? Is it your relationships? Is it your job? Is that what your struggle is? Is it your finances? Is it your self-esteem? Is it literally your hair or your skin? Is it that you've got a side hustle and you're not working enough on it? You're not updating your social media enough? you're feeling envious of people, you're feeling jealous, you know, all of these things can affect how you feel now. And if you have not wiped that slate clean at the end of 2019, you will not be able to move forward and feel good. So that's just a list of things that came to my mind that I think are big struggles in people's lives. It's so easy to not only struggle with one of those, but to actually struggle with multiple of those. You know, if you think about it, some people are not happy with the way they look, they're in a shit job they hate, their skin's dry, their hair's thinning, they're trying to launch a business as well as the daily job. You know, they're looking at happy, clappy people on social media. It is hard. And we all feel that pressure. Genuinely, nobody has it easy. But I believe that the way to make progress and achieve your goals and grow in confidence is to set targets and goals and hit them. And I'm going to explain to you soon how to hit those goals. Now, Lisa, who I can see is online, you work in recruitment. I'm sure you won't mind me telling people, you know, I've worked in recruitment, so we are trained at hitting goals. And it just so happens that I've transferred everything that I learned in how to reach those goals into my job as a style and confidence coach. And it just works really, really well. Sharon, carried a few extra pounds, which has affected your confidence and self-esteem. You absolutely love your job. So exactly. So that's an example of where you go, do you know what? I love my job, but I'm carrying a few extra pounds. And as we move on and I show you how to hit those goals, you can see how easy it is to break it down. So let's move forward. I'll keep checking the chat box. If anyone wants to pop any comments on there, that's absolutely fine. And I'm sorry, I'm still a bit nasal, but this has literally been 6 weeks of chest infections and ear infections and bronchitis. So let's go. So I just wanted to give you an overview of what I've done. Over the last 3 years, I've had a huge personal shift. So not only did I launch my business, I gained experience and qualifications in everything that I teach now, but I was learning and teaching myself how to be more confident. And I use social media for the good, shift my mindset, learn new tools, implement them, and it's really changed my way of thinking. So one of the things that I find really, really useful is listening to podcasts. I listen to interviews. I watch YouTube videos constantly, and it's really opened my eyes. So I watch YouTube videos on how to grow my confidence, and then I watch YouTube videos on style, and I watch YouTube videos on business, and I spend my time consuming that type of positive thing instead of people's random things on Facebook that really don't interest me, but it's very easy to absorb like a sponge. So in the last week or so, since 2020, it was my commitment to myself to delete the Facebook app from my phone. And I have it for business, but I decided, you know what? I love a lot of the people on my Facebook, but I don't need to see all their kids' birthday party pictures and when it's the husband's birthday. And do you know what? I was just getting distracted. So think about doing that. And I want you to pop a me too in the chat box. If you find that the Facebook app is a distraction for you and you end up mindlessly scrolling and coming away feeling a bit down when you've looked at it. If you aren't looking at inspiring, motivating, empowering people on your social media, you need to unfollow them. Kathy, yes, this is the chat box. You're typing in the chat box, so please pop anything in there that you want to chat to. So yeah, Lisa, I'm just getting into LinkedIn. I'm sort of starting to learn my way around it because I'm wanting to reach out to brands. But Facebook, you know, it's a big time waster for me, and I don't really gain anything from it. So for me, that was a commitment. I've come off it. So where do we start? I want you to all sit and think, what happened in 2019? Was it a good one for you? Was it a bad one for you? Okay. If it was a bad one for you, why was it a bad one for you? And I want you to think of which of these phrases trigger you. And by trigger, what I mean is something that evokes a negative, in this case, emotion or feeling from you. So when I read this list, do you feel sad? Do you feel frustrated? Do you feel angry? Do you feel envious? Do you feel annoyed? Do you feel pissed off at yourself that it was another year that you didn't work on any of this stuff? So was it a bad year because you had another failed diet or more than one diet? Did you not get into fitness? Did you give up on your fitness? Did you break the promises that you made to yourself? Were you going to get back in touch with someone? Were you going to end your relationship, but you were just not brave enough to? Did you let another promotion come up at work and not go for it because your self-esteem was low? Are you still wearing the clothes you had before you had kids? Have you not sorted your wardrobe out? Have you not booked that personal shop? Have you not invested money in yourself? Have you put everyone else first? Have you tolerated narcissism in your relationship or your family? Have you been paying for your gym membership every month? You know, all these things will trigger you if they were reasons that 2019 wasn't good for you. And if there's something on that list which I haven't mentioned, I would love it if you popped it in the chat box, because I want you to think about what triggers you, because you need to know your triggers for two reasons. You need to know your triggers to, one, avoid them if it's toxic people, toxic relationships, people who brag, people who gloat, people who put you down. But you also need to know your triggers because you have to work on them. You have to address whatever it is that's triggering you head on. So, for example, if it's that you're not using your expensive gym membership, you have to go, right, do you know what? Why not? And we're going to move on to how you will assess and address those triggers. And so we've got things like failed diet, broken promises, stop going to the gym, spending too much time looking at crap on social media. Hell yeah, we've all done it. We've all watched that bloody 5-minute puppy video and thought, why? I could have been changing the bed sheets, and then moaning because there's no time in the day to change the bed sheets. You just spent 10 minutes watching, I don't know, some sort of wrestling video. You know, like we've all done it. I get sucked into it, but that's why I committed this year to stop doing it. Broken trust from someone I believed I could trust. I mean, that is terrible. And when it's some things like that, that can affect your self-esteem. But you also have to remember that if it was you trusting them and then breaking your trust, that is their problem. You know, you just have to make a decision about how to move on from that. And, you know, the person who's put that, we can chat about that outside of this webinar if you'd like to. So, how would finally having your shit together change your life? And if you're noticing, as my webinars go on, this is the 4th one, I'm adding a few little swear words in there. And do you know why that is? Because I'm being more authentic. I'm being more me. And you know what? I absolutely love that. I'm not effing and jeffing, but I'm being more me. And I love that. So I want you to write at the top of your piece of paper or in your note, how finally feeling good would change your life. So that's your goal. I'd feel X if I got my shit together. I want you to write that at the top of the page, and we're going to do a bit of an exercise in a minute. Okay, so I'm just going to have a nosy at the chat box just to see if anyone's written anything else. Okay, right, so let's think about the now. So what behaviors are you exhibiting that are holding you back? Okay, so these are negative behaviors that you may identify with. Things like comparing yourself to other people, okay? Looking at other people and thinking, oh, I bet they get paid more. I bet they have more sex than me. I bet they can fit into a size 12. I bet they are successful at Weight Watchers. You know, all of that comparison shite, right? I, last year, fell into a bit of a trap of the, oh, look at those people with the 2.4 families. Their marriage hasn't broken up. Their children get to stay in the same house 7 days a week. And I had to do a lot of work around believing that my situation was just as enriching and enjoyable and loving for my children as anyone else's. And I had to do a lot of work on that. So that was just an example of how I've compared myself to other people. Self-sabotage. You're doing really well at something and then you think, oh, I don't deserve it. I shouldn't be doing this. I shouldn't have this. I shouldn't have this good relationship. And you end up sabotaging it. Self-loathe. So, you know, there's lots of reasons why we have self-loathe, and I go into a lot of that in my online course. Putting yourself down, calling yourself names. A lot of people get into a really bad habit of calling themselves fat, ugly, stupid, lazy. Knowingly staying in negative, toxic relationships and friendships despite accepting they are no good to you. Now, that is something that we call cognitive dissonance, and it's when you are doing something which you know is wrong for you, and it creates an imbalance in your brain. So it could be staying in a relationship that's not right for you. It could be that you are eating a hamburger when you know it's not on your diet. It could be knowingly not going to the gym when you know you've committed to it. That creates cognitive dissonance, and that imbalance in your brain creates a discomfort, and that will make you feel bad. I've just seen someone raise their hand in the chat box, so just bear with me a second. Okay. Oh, someone said you look and sound great. Don't know who that is, but thank you. Okay. I just saw Michelle, you've raised your hand, so if you want to ask a question, pop it in the box for me. Another thing, are you in the present stalking your ex-boyfriends, stalking your ex-friends or friends, husbands, colleagues, whatever? If you're doing that, stop it. Stop it, stop it. Get out of the habit of doing it consciously. Get that elastic band every time you go to search for that person. There are people in your life that don't matter anymore, and you need to just let them go. Other negative habits you might experience are overspending, racking up debt, not opening posts, not paying credit cards, things like not looking for the best deal on things, not taking on your responsibilities in the house, overlooking self-care, not doing things like, as simple as it sounds, your weekly skincare routine, not painting your nails, not shaving your legs, not doing all those things which make us look and feel amazing. Your needs really, really matter. And what I want you to do is, I want you to create a column on the left side of your piece of paper underneath the title that says present, and I want you to list any of those things which you feel are dragging you down or making you feel negative. So the top says, I'd feel amazing if I got my shit together, or I'd feel more confident if I got my shit together. And then in the next left-hand column, you need to put present and what you're doing from that list, okay? So while I just let you do that, I'll just quickly check the chat box because I don't want to miss anything and it's not visible on my screen. That's fine. Okay, so on the next column, this is the future, okay? So this is where we're going to visualize what the future looks like, okay? And what action we need to take to get there. So we've got things like, think about my future. I don't want to be affected by others. I don't want to be comparing myself. I want to be more aware of when I'm self-sabotaging and learn to refrain from it. I want to stop the self-loathe as soon as it creeps in. But sometimes I find myself calling myself lazy because that's one of my triggers. I had someone very negative in my life growing up that used to call me fat and lazy. And laziness is something which, if I feel someone implies I am, it triggers me and I get angry and I get upset. So that to me is a form of self-loathe. And when I feel, oh, Joy, you're being lazy, I have to immediately learn to snap out of it. So thankfully that was the past and my old present, and now my future involves me not feeling like that anymore, not being triggered by it. Do you want to love yourself enough to not put yourself down? Do you want to have the strength to leave your negative, toxic relationship? Do you want to never stalk your ex-boyfriend again? I mean, so many people are stuck stalking that ex-boyfriend. Do you want to be in control of your spending? Do you want to get out of debt, pay your credit card off? And do you want to finally be someone who commits to self-care routines? A year ago, I was using face wipes. I never used a face mask. I never cleansed and toned. And I've actually committed to doing it in my past and my former present. And now, the future, which is now my present day, I've got a good skincare routine. So those are the sort of things. And I'm going to give you an example in a second. So once you picture things from what you want your future to look like, it should look a bit like this. Now, this is quite technical for me. I made this little chart myself. So I want you to just pop in the chat box a yes if you can see this, okay? I want you to let me know if you can see it, okay? Yeah. So with the left column, the past / present, the middle, which is the future, and the right-hand side, that's the actions that you need to take to get you to that place you want to be in your future, okay? So these are just examples. You can screenshot this on your phone. It's going to be there for a couple of minutes while I just explain it. I should be sharing it to Facebook tomorrow, so hopefully you'll be able to see it. But an example is that you're present, you're not getting enough sleep, you feel tired all the time, it makes you eat more, it makes your skin look dull, and you get moody with your loved ones. You know, you want your future to feel more like the old you. You want to feel fresher, have more energy, and be able to start exercising in the evenings and mornings again. Because you're not getting sleep, so you're just on the settee at night time feeling lethargic. So what do you need to do? For example, I'm just doing this as an example. Ensure you get a full night's sleep every night. You're going to switch off from social media at 10. You're going to get something like lavender oil. You're going to get a diffuser. And I want you to be specific about these actions. You're going to order a diffuser tonight from Amazon. You're going to get that lavender oil and you're going to switch off from social media. It's about committing to those actions, okay? Now, write this down, guys, because I haven't put it on the slide, but the actions that you need to take must be what we call SMART. Specific, measurable, what was the A? Realistic and time-bound. Specific, measurable. I can't remember what the A is. I'll pop it in the comments. But anyway, so they have to be specific. So you have to say, I am going to do this. I am going to say it's measurable. So I'm going to do it by the end of the week. Achievable, Joe. Thank you so much for that, guys. You've heard this before. Achievable. It's achievable for me to go on my phone, buy a diffuser tonight, buy some lavender oil, buy one, get one for a penny from Holland and Barrett, by the way, and I'm going to switch up from social media at 10 o'clock. So as you can see, that one's one of my commitments. So the middle one, not coping with your anxiety and depression. Why is that? You need to think the future. It's going to be so great if I can deal with the present. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make an appointment with my doctor tomorrow, add a reminder to my phone to take my medication, book CBT. Does this make sense? Please tell me this makes sense. Pop it in the chat box. Is this making sense to you all? Okay, so the bottom one relates more specifically to my field, is that a lot of my followers, customers, clients, they all come to me, I'm not feeling good in my clothing, I don't feel confident or slim enough to wear what I want to wear, I don't know what to wear, I'm lacking in knowledge on how to change things and get out of the rut. They want their future to look like having a wardrobe of clothing that they love, they want to accept their body as it is now, even if they're on a weight loss journey, in the long run, they want to be working towards self-confidence and body image goals. So what do they need to do? What are the actions? They're going to assess their style ABC, obviously, which can be done with me. They're going to start journaling how they feel so they can see the progress, so they can see themselves feeling better. They're going to reach out for professionals to support, à la moi. And they're going to book time out every week in their diary to focus on their wardrobe. So if they're going to do a DIY wardrobe edit, it might be that every week on a Saturday morning, they just do a little bit. Because again, thanks guys, it has to be achievable. You know, if you can't do a 6-hour wardrobe edit on your own, or if you can't afford to book one with me, you need to book that time out to commit to achieving the goals that you have for your future. So that in its simplest form is how you go from your current situation, which possibly is negative, looking at the future and how you want it to be, and then setting the actions to take place in between to get you from where you want to go, from where you are to where you want to go. And when I just mentioned about weight loss journey, by the way, I really want to make it clear that I'm not against weight loss, I'm not against diet plans, I'm definitely not against exercise. But what I love to encourage is for people to accept the way their body is now and start dressing for their body now, so that they'll automatically start feeling happier. They'll start liking what they're wearing, and then as a result, they won't go through all the self-sabotage and the self-loathe and skipping the gym. They'll actually think, you know what, I want to feel even better in these clothes now. So I'm not against weight loss. I just encourage women to accept their body as it is. Okay, doke. So how do you move forward from feeling like a failure? So you've had your 2019 and it felt shit and you didn't make the changes you wanted to. What do you do? Accept accountability. You didn't go to the gym enough, you didn't lose the weight, you didn't book a personal shop, you didn't leave that relationship, you didn't cleanse, tone and moisturize. It was my fault and it was your fault. So whatever was wrong with it was your fault, unless it was a personal disaster, family illness, or something which was out of your control. It was your fault. The past and the present, it has been and gone. Accept it. And it doesn't matter if it was your fault, it's in the past. What you need to do now is set goals and take action. Okay? I've got a little thing on my pin board here which says discipline, action, consistency. You know, set those goals, be disciplined about them, take the action and be consistent. Okay? Shit happens. 2019 wasn't the year. You're in control of whether 2020 is. We're 8 days in now, although it feels like the end of January. I have no idea why. And I still got my tree up, by the way, because I simply haven't had time to take it down, and bad luck for me. I don't believe in bad luck, by the way. But the only way to make sure that this is your year is to believe it is. You know, if you wake up in the morning, I'm a firm believer, and you spill a cup of tea on the floor and you go, oh my God, it's going to be one of them days. It's going to be one of them shit days. Oh my God. You will automatically start having a bad day. You'll be in that bad, negative frame of mind, and your mindset will be totally off key. You have to believe this is your year. And, you know, a couple of people that I can see on the chat, I know them from social media. I know they've had bad years. And it's down to you as to whether or not this year is your year. Believe me. Okay, so hang on a sec. Oh, okay, that's fine. No questions. She was just apologising for putting her hand up. Okay, so where do I come in? With a bit of clapping. So I did a bit of research, and according to the Observer, don't you know, 80% of women want to lose weight. Now, I'm not surprised at that. I hear it a lot. You know, no matter what size you are, I don't think many women are ever happy, and they always want to lose a little bit here, a little bit there, or a lot here and a lot there. But also, according to Forbes, only 8% of women achieve their New Year's resolutions. Now, those of you that personally know me, I'm no mathematical genius, but that means for every 100 women, 80 of them want to lose weight, and only 6.4 of them will actually achieve it. So you can click on the little link on there if you want to read the full article, but I'd advise you to do that after what I'm going to tell you in a second. So if you're potentially not going to achieve your weight loss goals, which I firmly believe you will if you commit to it, what's the alternative to weight loss? Drum roll, please. My magic formula, the style ABC. So this is what I teach on my online course, which I'll tell you about in about 10 minutes time. But this is my zone of genius. This is what I cover. So I teach people to accept your body. Accept it as it is, because whether you're bigger or smaller, your shape will be the shape it is. Okay, accept the size it is right now. Whether it's an 18, 16, 14, 22, accept it. Change your mindset, and we work a lot on mindset on my course. Know your style, personality. Know whether you're a dramatic or a romantic or an edgy. You know, it'll help you shop better. Dress for your body shape and size, and wear the right colours. I believe that all those 4 things together will create the most balanced, confident, happiest version of you. The number 1 tool you need is knowledge. You know, at the end of the day, knowledge is power. So the more you know about you and your style and your shape and what's right for you, the easier it will be for you to shop and dress. So I'm going to go through these things. These are explored in much greater depth on my course, but I'm just going to give you an overview for those of you that are tuning in who don't really know much about body shape. But I have a mathematical formula which tells you exactly what your body shape is. So a lot of women, they just tell themselves, I'm just big, massive, obese, overweight. They don't actually know that they're a pear, an apple, an hourglass. And each of the body shapes should be dressing differently, okay, depending on what your biggest proportion is. And it's all about balancing your body. So even if your body is naturally not balanced, if you're bigger on the bottom than you are on the top, or bigger on the top than you are on the bottom, there are special techniques and styles to wear to make yourself look balanced, okay? So just as an example, a pear shape would balance their bottom heavy silhouette by wearing horizontal stripes on top or a slogan t-shirt to create the visual illusion of width across their chest, and that in turn would balance out the bottom. Okay, your proportions are massively important. Do you have a long body and short legs, or long legs and a short body? That again, it's covered in my course. And And for example, if you've got a short body, wearing shift dresses would make your body look longer, tunics or high neck tops, and it would then make your legs look shorter. So if you have long legs and a short body, you can afford to lose the length off your legs. So there are lots and lots of little hints, tips and tricks that I've learned along the way, which I share with you. So it is about balancing your body shape, okay? Balancing your body shape will make you look slimmer. And as much as I'm not an advocate of, oh God, look, you're slimmest, most women want to, and everything I share will help you look more balanced, which in turn will help you look slimmer, okay? We talk about clothing in terms of a geometric shape, and that makes it really easy for people to understand. For example, I might actually be able to do this. Let me just see if I can do something. I might be able to show you something on here. Let's see. New share, whiteboard. If this works, I'll be very surprised. Can everybody see that? Say yes in the chat box. Oh, autumn dramatic natural. Very interesting. Okay, so when I say that we see clothes in terms of geometric shapes, an A-line skirt, which is roughly that shape, oh my God, that would be seen as a triangle, okay? If you're wearing something like a horizontally striped top, like this, okay, that again creates the width of a triangle. Oh my God, my drawing is terrible. Okay, so again, we try and see things in terms of geometric shapes. You know, boot cut jeans, they're like two triangles. Do we get that? Anyway, I hope that made sense, but I obviously, we go into much more depth on styling yourself confident. Okay, back to this. So another thing people ask me a lot is, what do I wear together? How do I put outfits together? What shoes do I wear? How do I know when to wear accessories? How many accessories are too much? And I've created these 3 things which come in one of the modules, which teach you how to put outfits together without going too OTT, to make sure that you balance out your body shape. So we've got the vodka and cranberry, the column of colour, and light and dark placement. And again, that's something that we go into. But is it just the style of clothes? So Lisa just mentioned that she's an autumn. So it's not just the style of clothes, it's the colour of clothing as well. So colour of clothing. We all need to be wearing colour. You know, if you're wearing black, it's just going to drain you. It's going to make you look lifeless. You're going to end up with dark circles under your eyes. I'm just opening the chat box just in case Lisa's come back to me. So yeah, can everybody see my PowerPoint? Because it seems to say that it has stopped, which is fine. It just means I've just got to reshare it. I'm still here, guys. I'm just tippy-tapping away, just getting my presentation back up. Okie doke. I don't know why that just died on me. That's very weird. But anyway, let's get back to business. So apologies for that, people. I'm just going to have a quick click through just to get to where we were. Nearly there. Okie doke. So no, it's not just about the style of the clothes. It's not just about the shape of the clothes. It's about the colour. So we do a colour analysis in the course. You get it as part of the course. and you will know exactly what colours work for you, what colours go together, what are your best neutral colours, and we cover everything in our online course. So it really takes you away from wearing black and tells you what colours will work for you. And again, another one of the modules is your style personality. So we've all got a natural style personality. Lisa's been told that she's a dramatic. I would agree with that. On Styling Yourself Confident, it goes into more detail about the style personalities, and dramatic is someone who likes to be eye-catching. Yeah, I get you, I get you, I get you. Hang on, hang on, hang on. My slides have gone off again. What is happening here? Oh, this is technology for you people. Why can I not see myself? I can't see my little video. Can't see anything. Right, let me get my webinar up. Right, guys, can you see me? Please tell me you can see me. Can you see any slides? Right. Right. Okay. Okay, okay, okay. Right, we're back in business now. We're back in business. Okay. Right, so your style personality. You will be one of 5 style personalities. You can have a hybrid of personalities, and it's reflected in the textures, fabrics, prints, and patterns that we feel aligned with. So it might be that you like studs, it might be that you like slogans, it might be that you like velvet, silk, lace. That all accumulates into a style personality. And once you have identified it, it will be much easier for you to spot styles that work for you. When you walk into a shop, you'll be like, oh my God, that is so edgy, or that's so romantic, and it feels much easier for you to resonate with. So I have got a style personality questionnaire, which is on my website, and it's free, and you will get a result through as to what your style personality is. Now, in my course, you'll get examples of outfits that will tell you this is an example of a pair dramatic outfit, if that makes sense. So you will be a color palette, you'll be a body shape, you'll be long or short bodied, and you'll have a style personality. So there are 4 different things that come together to create you as a person: your body shape, your style personality, your color palette, and whether you're long or short bodied. Okay, right. So here we have them. So we've got dramatic sexy, top left, that's our Lisa. Creative retro, romantic feminine, natural classic, or trend or edgy. Okay, and you will fit into one of those 5 categories. So finally, we're just going to talk a little bit about mindset. Okay, so it's really time for you now at the start of 2020 to take a look at your daily thoughts and behaviors and accept that you are in control of them. They have a massive, massive impact on the way you speak to yourself. You know, your thoughts, your beliefs are your thoughts that you tell yourself over and over. So if you change your thoughts, your beliefs will follow. If you're thinking in your mind, I'm a fat, ugly waste of space, and you're saying it over and over to yourself every day, guess what? One of your core beliefs will be that you're a fat, ugly waste of space. If you tell yourself, I can't leave this relationship, can't leave this relationship, guess what? You'll believe, can't leave this relationship. It's so easy to think things, right? Therefore, it's so easy to think new things, to program yourself. And one of the first modules on Styling Yourself Confident is affirmations and mindset. And there are a list of affirmations that I've created for you, where you will tell yourself in the mirror every single day these affirmations over and over, and you have to commit to doing them, because again, it's discipline, action, and consistency. It's no good expecting yourself to have new beliefs if you weren't consistent with your affirmations. You know, if you're just talking down to yourself every day and doing the odd affirmation, not going to work. The only reason I love myself to the point I do now, and that I can bounce back if anyone tries to put me down or troll me or have a bad experience with someone. You know, I don't mind telling you this. I had an extended family member be a little bit mean to me over Christmas, and it really triggered me. And you know what? An hour, bounce back. And that's because I'd created new core beliefs about myself, and I'd created them because I'd thought positive things over and over. And I chose those thoughts and I programmed my mind. And I've just put that little quote at the bottom. I absolutely allow myself to want to dress the way I wanted to. So you have to allow yourself to be open to, yeah, I can dress differently, or I can love my body shape. I can and I will. And you're in control of that. So don't ever think that you're stuck with the beliefs. You can change them. You know, you're in control of whether you allow yourself to wear something or not. You create your own boundaries, and I call it the style jail. You know, oh, I can't wear this because it's too young for me. Oh, I'd look like mutton. Oh, biker jackets. Oh, I'm over 40, I can't wear one. It's BS. I'm sorry. You decide. And you know what? Yeah, you know, I know the mutton dressed as lamb concept exists, and I do think there are certain people that probably dress too young for their age, but I don't think there's anything you can't wear. It's how you wear it. I think women 40, 50 plus can look sexy and classy and stylish. I just think it's about the execution. And that's where I come in helping people one-to-one go shopping, because I help them put together things that they've always wanted to wear that actually they've never dared to because they've not known what to put it with. So, you know, on your bit of paper right now, even better in the chat box, I want you to tell me, what do you see in the shops that you want to wear that you don't wear? What have you always wanted to wear? In the chat box, guys, can we just confirm that you can see the PowerPoint? Just because a couple of people have said, I can only see you. Just want to check, please, God. Oh, people are there. Bought your first biker jacket. Oh, I love that. 48 biker jacket. Amazing. You feel sassy every time you wear it. Oh, I love that. Love it. Love it. Long skirts. Right. Do you know what? My lady, I took shopping last Sunday. Size 18. Got a mum tum. She's had it since she had the boys. She literally hasn't bought clothes for years and years and years and years, and she's always wanted to do the pleated skirt, v-neck t-shirt, and denim jacket or biker jacket with trainers. Never ever dared. And you know what? She put it on. I put it all together for her, and I designed it based on her body shape. I put it together for her, and the look on her face was just to die for. It just made me so happy, because she's wanted to do that forever, and all she needed was that permission from me to do it. And when she saw it, it was amazing. You'd love to wear skirts and dresses but have huge legs. Okay, Steph, I mean, you know, I'd love to work with you and try and help you overcome this. You know, people say huge legs. Is that a perception? Is it something that we could get you maybe wearing maxi skirts, tights and skirts, you know, maxi dresses, shirt dresses? There's so many options, and that's why sometimes people limit themselves, because they just think, I can't wear skirts, I'm a pear shape, that's it. It's the end. Could you wear a maxi skirt and maybe a striped top if you're a bit smaller on the top? Get in touch with me, Steph. Let's get you sorted. So here are a few little bonus tips. We've got 20 people still watching, which is absolutely incredible. Some key tips. Split your clothes into categories: work, casual wear, holiday wear, dinner party dresses. Make sure that your wardrobe ratios reflect the proportions of time you spend doing stuff. So, for example, 50% work, 50% play, you need a 50-50 split. If you work 5 days a week and you only have 2 days worth of casual wear, it needs to be that 80-20 split. So you need to either book me for a wardrobe edit, do styling yourself confident, or ask yourself some simple questions as you go through things, which will identify whether the items deserve to be thrown away, sold, or donated. Now, if you've already got a style Bible, you've got the complete guide on how to carry out a DIY wardrobe edit. Anybody that signs up to the course today will get a free style Bible. So just putting it out there, whether you do it yourself or you get me in to do it, your wardrobe needs to be a place of solitude, happiness, and definitely not somewhere that you're scrambling in the morning to try and find the cleanest thing in there. Lisa, yes, let's sort out what goes with what. Underwear that makes you feel good. You don't wear knickers because they create hideous silhouette. Oh my God. Seam-free knickers, Tesco and Matalan, little tiny lace bit across the top, but they are the best for not beginning. I've got a post coming up in my VIP membership about underwear. Leopard print, okay. Want to know style more versus colour versus shape, okay. And that's it, and it's about creating those 4 things that work for you only, for nobody else. There's so many different variations of what people could be. For example, Lisa said she is a autumn dramatic. Well, I'm a edgy rectangle. I'm short-bodied. Lisa might be long-legged. Every person is different. Okay, so who is ready to make this happen? Who has watched this webinar so far and thought, Jesus, there's so many things I need to work on. Like, get me signed up for something quick. I need some help. Okay, I just want to check. Yeah, so this webinar hopefully has been the start of your journey. I've been looking forward to it since Christmas because do you know what? I've needed this. I've needed to sit here and go, right, get your bum in gear. It's time. You've made your commitments. You know, my personal commitments, I'm going to share them with you now just because I like to be real. Give my children a little bit more time with things like their homework and their reading. I've already started on that. I've created a little folder for my boy for his spellings and his maths. Number 2, drink more water because I'm just terrible and I'm really committed to the skin this year. Number 3, definitely build a bridge on any people that try and penetrate my little bubble with their negativity. Just get over it. It's their problem, not mine. Number 4, try and get back in the gym to do the classes that I really love. You know, I've got my injury out the way now. I'm still a bit snuffy, but I need to get back and I love that routine. So therefore, commitments. You don't need 10, you don't need 20, you just need to commit to one thing and stick with it and be consistent. So this is your opportunity to wipe the slate clean, forget about all that crap you've told yourself. Yes, Lisa, I will see you in the gym. I cannot stress enough, you are in control now. Whether you sign up for my course or not, you are in control, okay? Of your commitments, of your mindset, of your thoughts, of your beliefs. And it's time to become your own hero. Do you know what? I used to be a bit of a martyr and I used to have the woe is me, it's all right for so-and-so, they're from a rich family. Do you know what? Take control and be your own hero. I started my business with 50 quid and a free website. I am my own hero and I'm not afraid to say it. Like, I've worked so hard and yeah, there's times I want more and there's times that it's blooming tough. But you know what? You have to take control and be an example to your kids. You don't need to ask permission to move forward, to wear what you want, to spend money on yourself. You know, I want to share with you everything I've learned and guide you in 6 weeks to be the happiest, most confident version of yourself. You know, I don't want you to be avoiding eye contact with people. I want you to stand tall and I want you to be, you know, just like that song, I Think It's Greatest Showman. This is me. You know, this is me in all my glory. So you may or may not have heard about it before. Some of you that are on this webinar, you may have even done the course. If anybody's done the course, please pop in the chat box, course, and I'd love you to just maybe give me a little sentence on how you found it. But this is the 3rd time I am doing Styling Yourself Confident. It has been such a massive success. The testimonials I've had have been great. But this is basically what we cover in the course, okay? So we've got authenticity, personal style and acceptance, week 1. That includes affirmations, mindset, etc. Identifying and dressing your body shape, wearing colours that work, so you get your colour analysis as well as your body shape analysis, combining items, how to make it simple, how to edit your wardrobe, stress-free shopping and saving money. I'm sorry if I'm talking too fast, I just don't want people to lose interest. So this is what people have said. This is from the first rollout. Fantastic course. It does exactly what it says on the tin and definitely gave me much more confidence styling myself. Leanne, who did it, not lost a pound, but been feeling so much more confident in what I've been wearing. She had an interview and she wore something she never thought she'd wear, and she even bagged a dream job. And Jessica said it was really informative, helpful, easy to understand. I had someone message me earlier saying that they'd had loads of compliments over Christmas because I ran it just before Christmas. So you know what? This not only will make you look different, but it will make you feel different. And again, it's not something to just pay for and expect miracles from. You have to commit and do each module as we go along. There's a Facebook Live every single week where I'm in there answering questions on every single topic. You know, there's no boundaries with me. You can get in touch with me as we go along. So what I want to tell you is that most people don't take action because of fear. They're scared of change. They're too comfortable. They're scared of success. What if it actually worked? Oh my God, I might get a new fella. Scared of the unknown. They don't want to leave the comfort zone. They're scared of technology. What if I can't do it? You will be able to. I can do it. If I can, you can. Scared of happiness. That's linked to your self-worth, your self-sabotage. You don't think you deserve to be happy. And scared of judgment. You know, oh God, what if we start thinking, who does she think she is? What if I actually start holding my head high and feeling good about myself? You know, put in the chat box, which one of those resonates with you? What are you actually scared of? Why would doing my course and changing the way you feel be a bad thing? Which of those are you scared of? Change and judgment. Sharon, you're one of my Style Hub VIPs, aren't you? So you know how encouraging and positive I am. You know that there's women in there who joined and felt low and underconfident, and now they're wearing what they've always wanted to wear and feeling good about themselves. So we all act out of fear or love. Every decision we make in life is made from a place of fear or love, and that is a fact. But most people don't take action because they're scared. You know, I'm the same. You know, and luckily for me, when I don't take action on something, I think, oh God, what is it? Fear of what? Fear of it actually working. You know, last year I didn't invest in PR because I was scared, oh, what if I got famous? And then I was like, oh, do you know what? 2 months later, I had a word with myself and said, you know what? Invest in PR. What if you get famous? So what? I was scared of judgment. I was scared of change. I was scared of success. I didn't feel I deserved it. So assess these things when you're not taking action. You know, are you stuck in the comfort zone? You know, when you choose to do nothing, it's because you're in your comfort zone, maybe even the fear zone. And I want you to have a look at this little visual here, which I absolutely love. At the moment, you're in your comfort zone. Taking action will take you into the learning zone. So you have to go through the fear zone to get into the learning zone. And once you're in the learning zone, it enables you to get into the growth zone. And when you're in the growth zone, you can live your dreams, find your purpose, set new goals, and conquer your objectives. You can wear what you want. You can go places that you want to. You can set up meetings with your friends because you know you've got something to wear and that you feel good again. At the moment, you feel safe and in control, but that fear zone is making you lack confidence. You're finding excuses. You're affected by other people's opinions. So we are starting on Monday, okay? Styling Yourself Confidence starts on Monday and it's 6 weeks till the 22nd of February. So what I can guarantee is that by Valentine's Day, you're going to be feeling great. If you're all in and you want to start your journey, this is the bit that we all want to know. How much is it? It's £197 for 6 weeks, okay? Anybody that signs up today will get some freebies. Okay, so you can pay in 4 installments, £55, 4 installments, or £197 today. Anybody that signs up today will get the following freebies, okay? The bonuses, and they're only available for 24 hours, okay? There's 15 people that can get these bonuses. Here we go. A style analysis call with me worth £45. So you'll get a call with me, a one-to-one call, whether it's at the beginning of the course or the middle or the end. Whenever you want it, you can have a 45-minute chat with me to discuss all your style needs. You get a body shape style Bible, which we have here, worth £49, which includes your colour palette, all the tips for your body shape, how to do your DIY wardrobe edit. Everything you learn in the course is in here. Okay, so you'll have that to keep. You get 6 months free membership in my VIP Style Hub. You get a weekly Q&A, as I've said, in a private Facebook group to ask me any questions about each module. So every week I will come into the group and I will go over any questions you've got. I'll recap the module and basically give you a boost, because that's what we need. And I'll make you accountable. I'll make you accountable. So the first 15 people to sign up will get those bonuses, and they're available for 24 hours. So I'm hoping that you can click that button on the slide to sign up now. I'm hoping. That's me advancing in technology. So if you're in, I want you to put an in the chat box if you want to sign up. The bonuses are worth £178. So what you need to sort of think to yourself is, if the bonuses are worth £178 and the course is £197, it's actually only costing you £19 to do the course. So how do you sign up? Click the link. Very simple. It'll take you to the enrollment page where you can pay, and you can literally join it straight away. Try this button, Sharon. If it's not working, just try it. But it isn't working. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. I don't click it in case it takes me. I've clicked it. Something's happening. Oh, it is taking me. Right, check the button on, hang on. Can you see my screen, people? Click that button. Anybody that wants to sign up, click the button there and let me know if it's working, the one on this page, because that did just take me to the page. Okay, so I can see 5 of you now clicking the button. Is that one working, Mel? It's not working. I tell you what, let me see if I can do something really techie, and I'm going to put the link. You just watch. If this works, I am super advanced. Try that, ladies. See if you can click on the link. That should work. Let me know if that works. Okay, right. I can see the button's been clicked 5 times. I just can't see where it's taking you. So let me know. That should work. Okay. So what I want to know is, we've still got 20 people on. Who has got any questions, right? Are you thinking, oh, I'm going away for a week, I won't be able to catch up? The modules on the course are available at any time. Okay, right, try this again. Mel, see if that works. That should work now. I'm so excited that I've been able to do this. So yes, you can go at your own pace. In an ideal world, you will do it week by week with me and the other students, because it just works better for the Q&As that people are doing it all at the same pace. Okay, Sarah, can you see the link? Because I've done it to all panelists and attendees. Okay, let's try this. Try this. Right, guys, let me know if you can see these links. Okay. Ah, brilliant. Right, okay, guys. If you're struggling to get to the payment page, let me know in the chat box. So another question people might have is, I'm losing weight, will my body shape change? Yes, you'll get smaller, but the style of clothing that will work with you won't change. So if you're a pear shape and you're a size 16, you'll still be a pear shape at size 14. It's just that the clothes that you buy will need to be smaller. But do you know what? As you know, commit to dressing your body as it is now. Just don't spend a shitload of money on the clothes that you buy right now. Because, you know, in 2 months' time, if you have lost the weight, you'll want to buy more clothes. However, you might not lose that weight. You've got to ask yourself, how many years or months have you been promising yourself you'll lose it? Loving yourself now is what it's all about. I'm restricted to when I can log on. Does it matter? No. You can do the module. It drops in at 9:30 every week. You can do it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday through to Sunday. You can do it the week after. You can do it any time of the day or night. It really doesn't matter. Can I watch the videos and download the content after the course ends? Yes, you can. You can download the videos and watch them way beyond the course. You can have them as a refresh, recap, easy. How do I purchase on the payment plan? When you click the link, there are two options: pay in full today or pay at the payment plan. And that's it. So I'm going to shut that and I'm just going to get my little face up. And there we go. So it's just me and my big head on the screen now. So has anybody got any questions about the course or style or the body shape? Like, I'm literally going to hang around here now for 10 minutes because my job is done. I've told you everything you need to know about how to get from A to B, how to achieve your goals, what you need to do, how consistent you need to be. And I've reassured you that it is possible. Was I a square? Claire, I think you were a rectangle, but if you bear with me, I'm not going to do it on my screen because I don't want everyone to see your details, but I'm going to log on to my CRM while we're at it now, just to check, while everybody just gets through the checkout and gets paying. I will just check that now, actually. If you thought you were a square, you were probably a rectangle, but I'm just going to check now. So Claire, who's just asked that, we have done wardrobe edit and personal shop together. And it's really nice that people that I've worked with still come back and watch my webinars and stuff. Like my little fans. Yes, rectangle, Claire. Rectangle, yeah. Okay. Any other questions? I'm just scrolling through just to see if there's anything that I've missed. But yeah, Claire, God. So just to give you an idea, Claire was such a superstar because I did a wardrobe edit when I had got pneumonia, and it was when we had the floods, and I drove all the way to where she lives, and I was just so ill. I mean, still not 100% over it, but wow, it was just, I just knew that I had to get there and do it. And I was just so poorly because I never, ever, ever cancel on my clients, ever. So yeah, it's not like you can have a sick day when you work for yourself. Right, is everybody okay? I can see we've got quite a few people who have signed up now. I just want to make sure that I've answered any questions that anybody has about signing up. I'm just going through those. Any more questions? Oh, Carla, it's so good as well to see that you're here as well. Carla, I've done a shop with Carla. I know that you wanted to get a wardrobe edit booked, so that would be great if you want to get that in the diary. It's a really good time of year, sort of like February, March, before all the new stock comes in. And yeah, so I think that's about it. 9:05, an hour and 5 minutes. And I've crammed in a whole load of mindset stuff on top of the usual body shape and colour palette stuff. Couple of tech issues, easily overcome. I've really enjoyed it, as I always do. It's so nice to see so many of you come on, you know, like, wow, 50% of the people that registered have actually turned up, which is amazing. Thank you for giving up an hour of your time. I hope it's been some use to you, genuinely. I always try and make sure that I'm giving value, you know. I genuinely want to take you to a place that makes you feel good, and I truly, truly believe and know it's possible. So hopefully I will see you in Style Yourself Confident. We start on Monday, which is dead exciting, and yeah, can't wait to see you all there. So thanks for joining me, and I'll see you soon.